And there are those good-looking guys from the '65 championship team. It was a good turnout.
I tell you what, it was like, I think we had something like 35 and 38 to come back, Dennis, and it's really great to see them back here. And like we said earlier, they bring back a lot of fond memories. I think we lose the toss, and they elect to defer the second half, so we receive the first kickoff, and we take it right down the field, Dennis, and score a touchdown. But you know, it wasn't the smoothest drive and the error-free type drive that you'd like to see. So you take that into account, and I knew right then that it was going to be a tough day. Even though we take it down the field and we score a touchdown, I knew it was going to be kind of a tough day because, for example, right here, we run out of the pocket. Mike Schuler does a great job of picking up a first down on a third down conversion type situation. But here's some good running by Gene Jelks, who's just getting a little bit better each week and each game that he plays in. Here's a big third down play, a great catch by Greg Richardson.
Great catch, a tough
I'll tell you what, a great catch to hold on after getting hit right there at the point. Craig Turner played a real good game yesterday, real tough running right there. He's one of those 12 seniors. We've got 12 seniors who played their last game yesterday in Bryant-Denny Stadium, and you know, I know the game meant something a little special to those young men, and we're just real happy that they closed that last game out on a real good note. Here's a touchdown pass to cap that drive to Al Bell from Mike Schuler, which is a great move by Al there to get open in the corner of the end zone, and a really fine throw by Mike.
Al had his back, defensive back going to the inside and broke to the outside.
Right.
Made a real great move on
A little corner pattern, as we call it, and he runs it as good as anybody I've ever seen. Our defense, I think, overall played exceptionally well. See that man right there, Dennis? That's Cornelius Bennett, or that's Mr. Cornelius Bennett. And he was the old Cornelius yesterday. I mean, he had a lot of fun, and he was moving around the football field and just having himself a lot of fun the way you're supposed to play the game, and played just a great game. But our defense overall, I thought, played real well. I thought we made a lot of big plays. I thought there were a lot of places. It's the way to catch the ball and hold on there, Greg. But there were quite a few places in the game where some people could have been fooled when we weren't. We played really heads-up, smart football from a defensive standpoint. Protect that football, Mike. They get 3 sacks on us, I think, yesterday, and that was an indication. One of the things that I was a little concerned with was the quickness of their front 7 people defensively, and I think our players would attest that they're one of the best defensive fronts that we've played from that standpoint of having the quickness.
Well, they certainly didn't stop, and you remember back through our years of playing here at the university, they were always a tough football team.
They were always tough, but, you know, the last 4 or 5 or 6 years, I thought that was me.
That was Jerry Duncan.
Jerry Duncan, one of those 65 members.
Hardest lick he got.
He can't move quite as quick as he used to.
Oh, man.
But our defense played real well, and here we come. Anderson, they alternated Anderson in there, and they came in and tried to surprise us a little bit with a wishbone type offense, and also another group of people with a regular offense. And it was a surprise to us. It's something we didn't work on, but it didn't really have an effect on our team the way that we were playing.
Second quarter action, Coach. Still a close ball game at first quarter. We're leading 7-3.
Still a tight, close ball game. It is going to be for the entire first half. Here they do a real good job of rushing the passer and coverage downfield. They gave us a couple of different looks. It gave us a little bit of a problem there until we could adjust to it in our passing game, Dennis, as far as coverage-wise and not getting something open and Mike having to run out of the pocket a couple of times there. But something that we got under control there. Didn't do quite as good a job as I'd like for us to, making the adjustment during the course of the game. Here's John Hand.
Oh, I'd love to see him
throws the ball
score.
right to Big John, and I'd given anything.
I tell you.
I'd given anything.
Dude turned to me and said, I'd give a $100 bill if he'd scored.
I'd given more than that. Here's a reverse that we felt like had a chance to be a big play, but they do a great job defending it. Here's a shovel pass to Craig Turner, and he just kind of falls down. He don't get tackled there. He had a lot of running room, and we kick a field goal here and don't quite get it through there. Man just hit that ball a little bit bad there. Little screen pass here. John's out defensing that real well. Just missed getting a sack for a loss there. It's good to have Ricky Thomas back with us on our team. Ricky missed a couple of games there with a sprained knee, but he's a tremendous young man. He's a really good player, and he's got great leadership qualities on the football field. He can really get you in the right things. It's Craig Gilbert getting on the football, fumble recover. He's a young man that we want to see play more and more. He's got real fine ability, and he's going to be a fine player.
From Decatur, Alabama.
Decatur, Alabama.
You know, Coach, we had several opportunities in the first half yesterday to put points on the scoreboard.
Right.
And
we had the ball in position. We just didn't get it done. We didn't have the execution. We just didn't execute on some things that we should have expected ourselves to execute on. Dennis. We just didn't get the job done. It's pure and simple. This guy here is just a great return man. I tell you what, when the ball touches his hands, you better look out. You better be covering and breaking down and playing off blockers and making tackles, you know, on that guy, because he did a great job for him return-wise. Here's Duckworth. Here's a great interception by Freddie Robinson. Really extending himself out there and making a great interception off the tip ball.
Well, as you mentioned, our defense kind of kept us in the ball game.
They turned the ball over for us and made some big plays where they had, where they had to make them, like I said earlier. And just played real well. You know, the thing about our football team is here's a ball that comes off of a receiver and gets intercepted. You know, it works both ways. We just picked one off a while ago off one of their guys. But the big thing that I'm proud of, Dennis, is that our whole football team, regardless of whether it was the defense, the offense, or the kicking game on the field, maybe we weren't playing real well every play. But they were out there giving great effort, and they never gave up, and they just kept fighting and playing hard. And that's what they've done all year, and that's something I'm very proud of.
Well, when they had to make the big play, they came up with it, and that's kept us in the ball game.
Yeah, it's like I tell them, you know, you could really make it a lot easier on your coach if you just go ahead and do it. You know, go ahead and do it early and not wait until your back's against the wall, and you have to do it.
Yeah.
But the key thing is, most of the times when our back's been against the wall, they have done it. They've come through and made the big play, whether it's the defense or the offense on the field at the time. Real good job by Sean Lee there, instructing our return man to stay in the end zone and not bring it out. This is where I think they felt like they had a fumble recovery, but they had called the play dead. Here's a real good play by Mike Schuler. I'll tell you what, a really fine catch for a big third down play by Thornton Chandler. I think probably every catch that Thornton's made this year has been a real good, solid, great catch. Here's Al Bell making another big catch for us.
I'll guarantee you when he catches them, you've got several opposite-colored jerseys around, too.
They better be there.
Great
Here's another
catch
great catch by
Thornton
Thornton Chandler. Sure was. That's a big play right there. Gets us down in there in the scoring position. And didn't hit this ball very well either, but the main thing, it went through the uprights. You know, it's kind of a knuckle ball. He just didn't hit it very well. We close out the halftime 10-6. It's still a real tight ball game, and quite honestly, Dennis, I'm a little worried right now. You know, at halftime, we tried to just tell our squad, hey, man, we just didn't play like we can play that first half. We're going to have to play better in the second half if we think we're going to win this ball game.
As we pick up third quarter action, Coach, you know, one thing I like to do before the game starts is to go out and watch teams warm up, and you could see it in the eyes of the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles that they, you know, were coming to play, and I knew we were in for a big day.
Yeah. Always are. You know, the last 4 or 5 years especially. You know, when you take a team in the last 4 years, 5 years, they've tied us one time, they beat us one time in Bryant-Denny Stadium. You know, that, just the remembrance of that and having some of those players on their team now gives them a little confidence factor that they didn't have prior to those years. So it just makes them that much tougher. They are deadly with the option. They run the option about as well as any team that we've played, and our defense just did a great job. I tell you, they're dangerous running that option. See them on the films, and we get a good bounce on the punt here and take the ball over in real good field position. Here's Jucks on the draw. But they're dangerous. They're dangerous with that punt. Here we're getting a little pressure. So they're doing a real good job. It's a combination of them doing a good job, and we're not doing the tight job that we're capable of.
Well, they never stopped yesterday. They just kept coming after us.
Real good job right here by Bo Wright. Bo Wright down there first. Greg Gilbert was right there behind him, going to make the play if he had just run by him, but Bo Wright makes a great play there. Lead draw. They hurt us a couple of times with the lead draw, but there's a good play by Greg Gilbert making the sure-handed tackle. That was a 3rd down, 8-9 situation there, and they picked up about 6 and forced a punt, which our defense did a great job all day on. Protect that football. It's a good job, Greg Richardson. Now, we need to get something going here.
Well, our offense yesterday had 2 or 3 good drives, and as you mentioned, our defense really rose to the occasion, probably kept us in the ball game.
Well, our consistency just wasn't there offensively. And, you know, it takes everybody playing and everybody concentrating, all 11 cylinders hitting to be a consistent offense all the time. You know, one player can break down on offense and it messes the play up. And in a lot of cases, it wasn't a number of players. It might not have been one player, except for different situations. almost get him there. They come up with a big scramble play. That was a 3rd down play, I think it was. A big scramble and a great job by the quarterback of getting away and getting it upfield. Here's another big play right here. They get a couple of these, but that's it for the game. Here's the trap. And the trap up in there. This is with about 5 or 6 minutes in the 3rd quarter, I think, when they score.
Go ahead.
When they score the go-ahead touchdown, I think this makes it something, 13 to 10, right here. Now, from this point on, it's pretty much our ball game in every phase. We're going to do what it takes. You know, we're going to do. It's a good job by Bobby Humphrey here bringing it out and getting it out there at about the 22-yard line. Pretty good run here by him. Gets 6-7 yards. But I think we pretty much do what it takes to get the job done from here on. You know, I think we finally realize that, hey, we've got to get going and get the work done. Have a little more fun than what we've been having. This guy's dangerous. Tell you what. He is dangerous.
We contained him pretty good this last quarter.
Yeah, we did. Here's a real big play here by Philip Brown. He comes up with 2 big plays in a row. Here's the other one right here on the sack of the quarterback. But Philip's been filling in there as outside linebacker. But in the absence of Randy Rockwell, I think our young guys, Philip Brown and Derek Thomas, right there making that play, and those young men just did an admirable job yesterday. I think they did a great job. Cornelius Bennett came back. He played one of his best ball games, I think. Looked like Cornelius of old. He'd been slowed a little bit with the knee injury. Al Bell making another good catch. Mike Schuler played well. You know, in spots, he did what he played a smart football game, and executed well, I thought, and came through with another real good performance for us.
Stay with us, everyone. We'll be back for 4th quarter action after this short timeout. Coach, although rain was threatening all day yesterday, I don't think we had too many people leaving the stadium. It was too close a ball game.
No, it never did. It sprinkled a little bit. Here's a touchdown pass to Angelo Stafford.
Great catch, great throw.
I tell you, I was real happy to see him make that catch. I think he'll come on and turn into a real good player for us. And I'm real happy to see him make that catch. It was a great throw by Mike Schuler right there in the corner of the end zone. But I don't, you talk about people leaving, our fans don't leave. It just sprinkled in some spots, just a couple of drops came down. It looked like there for a while it might really come down hard, but it never did.
Well, it just cooled everybody off a little bit.
Yeah.
Great play by Cornelius. Getting the crowd excited there.
He is a great player. He's an excited type guy. He's an excited young man, an exciting player. An impact player. Get them red jerseys to the football. He was a great job here. They come up with a play that we had tried earlier, and Thornton Chandler had tripped. and couldn't quite get out. Here's a real good play right here. This is playing great defense.
Freddie
right
Robinson.
Here. That's right. Playing real good defense. Going to try a screen pass, and here we intercept it. I think this is
Big Wayne Davis.
Wayne Davis.
I saw him after the game. I told him that Coach Perkins would probably move you wide receiver next week.
I tell you, Wayne Davis is one of the finest young men that you'd ever want to meet, and he's a really great football player. And here comes Gene Jelks. I tell you, it's really great to see all of our players have some success, but it's, you know, especially pleasing to see somebody that's young like this come in and make a great contribution to a team that's so young, you know. And part of the reason that he has is because of Craig Turner. You saw going over to shake his hand right there. Because part of the big part of the reason is some of our seniors and our upperclassmen leadership for those younger guys just kind of taking them under their wings, you know, and made them feel good. There he is scoring a touchdown. There's Hoss Johnson over getting excited, shaking his hand. Here's another angle of it. Now we've got it going a little bit. Now we're having a little more fun. We're cranking it up.
A little bit better here. That's this point.
We kind of woke up, so to speak. But having a little more fun. Here comes that number 20 guy. No, that's 32.
He was pretty good, too, Coach. Both of them did a good job returning yesterday.
They sure do. Here's Duckworth in there running the option play. Going to play action pass, get a sack on him. Great play by Cornelius.
Yeah.
That's a great play. I'll tell you what. A lot of people think that right there, Dennis, is hot dogging it. But it is not in any sense of the imagination. He's just an excited player. That's right. And hey, what's wrong with getting excited?
You better get excited.
When you do something good and you're having fun, to me, that's part of it. Hey, if you can't get excited, there's something wrong with you.
I think that puts, as you mentioned earlier, puts a shot in the arm of some of these other young players, too, when they say that. That's an exciting
Now we're coming off a little bit better. We're mixing the run and pass, and we're blocking. We're doing a better job protecting. Feel real badly for this young man right here.
You won't see that.
Clay Whitehurst, you know, I walked over to him on the sideline. I said, I saw it with my own eyes, and I still can't believe it.
What?
But that's not like Clay Whitehurst at all to drop a pass when he was in the open like that, and I feel badly for him. I think he was going to score a touchdown before he caught it, you know?
No doubt about it.
But
that'll make him a better receiver.
No, that's right. It really will. That'll make him a better receiver because you and I know very well we've dropped some.
We dropped one or two, I believe.
That's right. I guarantee you that.
In practice.
Yeah. No, I've dropped them in the game. I don't know about you. I think I saw you drop one in the game.
You know I have too. We'll be back for final comments in a moment.